Evening, folks. Welcome to the next adventure of Star Trek Online Agents of Yesterday. Tonight, I will be doing episode 3. I know I said I wouldn't have to come back here again to get the next mission, but unfortunately that's how it ended up, because I had to come back here and do some work on my character, so I will accept this mission again.
I have some new orders for you.
Or I will accept this mission from here. Painful Omens.
Starfleet hasn't heard from Deep Space Station K-13 in a while. It's in a tactically sensitive part of the quadrant, and the brass is getting concerned. Get out there, find out what you can, and render assistance if needed. And hey, be careful, okay? This could go sideways fast.
Just a little. Got some crazy, interesting equipment. Alright, well, let's get this show on the road. Hopefully it doesn't lag out on me like it did the last time I started trying to record. Alright, I'm going to take the long way out. Yeah, I'm seeing that 60s effect in some areas. The warp effect actually worked again. Okay, where are we heading? Denver, huh? A lot closer than that other place was. Let's see, how many episodes are there just in this arc? A few. Why does it do that? Zoom me out so far away from my ship when I enter sector space. Alright. No, that's not where I'm heading. That's Andoria. Alright, moving along. Yeah, this is the only part that kind of sucks. It just takes way too long to get there. Especially with my current ship. Hopefully the next episode I won't have to do it like this. Well, I didn't have to do the last episode. Well, I'm going to get another character, so I probably will end up going back to Starbase and end up having another character and start from there again with the next video. It. All the people that are already over here. I've been working on the spaceway. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the one funny thing about how the color codes, how the colors are set up from back in the 23rd century. Engineers are red instead of gold like they are now in the current timeline. Well, depending on how you have it set up. But like my engineers on the other timeline have the gold, but they're red because they're command. I do have tactical officers too. Scan for enemy ships or activity. Private D-Space K-13. Captain. This is odd. I'm not picking up any comm traffic. No signals, nothing at all from K-13 or other ships in the system. Scan for signs of ship activity. Sensors aren't detecting enemy vessels or warp signatures. No signs of combat either. This is peculiar. I'm not sure what to make of it. Yellow alert. Prepare for approach. Balance my skills. That's why I'm not pulling off very fast. Were the Starfleet ships assigned to patrol this sector. I don't think it was a war game or a training aim. Their weapons were at full power. See if you can raise any of the ships. Use all channels. Try whatever it takes to get through.
Stay away! They're taking control! Don't come near us! They'll take you too! The station came from the station!
Who's taking control? What's happening over there? Message from Starfleet Command, Captain. You're to investigate the situation immediately. Captain, don't you mention the station. Bring us close enough to scan for K-13. Signs of combat on board the station, Captain. No hostiles from life form readings either. Everything's quiet. Since they're picking up a number of life signs over there, but I'm not reading any unusual activity. All of the station systems seem to be functioning normally. Think we should beam over and have a look around. Have a landing party in the transporter room. I don't like this. No one's at their duty stations, not even the transporter operator. Station's not on alert. What's happening? Tricorder picking up a life sign nearby. Looks like they're in sick bay just across the hall. Alright, what's going on, guys? Those blast points on the wall are from phaser fire. There was a fight here, but with whom? No signs of Klingon or Romulan weapons fire, just Federation. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Stop where you are and turn about slowly. I need to determine if you are infected.
Infected with what, exactly?
Neuroparasites. A life form last encountered by the crew of the Enterprise at Deneva Colony. Those possessed by the creatures tend to engage in hostilities with the uninfected, the better to render them fit for infestation.
Well, as you can see, we're friendly, Ansem.
Temet, and while you have not engaged in hostilities thus far, I have seen infected employ false passivity in order to lure unwary prey. A tricorder scan of your adrenaline levels should verify your status.
Precaution, Nancy. Scan away. I don't know if I've seen this episode yet. I can't remember. I don't even know what it's called, if it even...
Scans show a slightly elevated level of adrenaline, though nowhere near that of an infected life form. Thank you for your patience. One can never be too cautious where these parasites are concerned.
Tell me more about them. I want to know what we're dealing with.
They are a life form that propagates by infiltrating the nervous system of a host creature. Through this neural link, they can compel their host to obey their bidding. They can also inflict extreme pain upon the host at will, and do so to discourage attempts at resistance. While effective, this punishment can lead to permanent neurological damage or death. At this time, most of the station personnel have become infected. While there is a possibility of uninfected survivors, I must warn that it is remote.
I see. Any recommendations, Ensign?
According to Starfleet data files, the parasites can be safely destroyed by exposure to high-intensity ultraviolet light. My attempts at reconfiguring the station's lighting thus far have been unsuccessful. I am a physician, not a habitat engineer.
I see.
As a precaution, I have developed a serum that can render a person toxic to the creatures. However, medical supplies here are limited. I have enough serum to inoculate your landing party and one other person.
I'll take any edge I can get. In the meantime, let's see if we can find anyone else via the comm system. Static. This is Lieutenant Lapruta of the USS Hillsborough. Is anyone on the station able to respond?
Now there's a voice I wasn't expecting. I take it you heard my distress call then. Well, in case you haven't noticed, the station's been overrun by neural parasites. The wee devils are back with a vengeance.
So I see. We're safe up in sickbay. Can you join us here?
I'm afraid not. I'm in the auxiliary control room, down on the engineering deck. The place is filthy with parasites, so you'll understand if I don't go out for a wee jaunt.
Understood, Scotty. We'll make our way to you. Lapruta out.
I have secured a small amount of security gear. It may give you another edge against the parasites.
Excellent, Ensign. You're with us. Let's gear up and head to engineering. Alrighty, I guess I can pick up a lot of... I'll just take it all. Alright, and I gotta equip some of this stuff. Well, not for me, because I don't know. Yeah, those are definitely not stronger than what I currently have. Alright, Starcy, what do you got? Oh, you don't have a body armor. Okay, give me that. Okay, this one's actually stronger. Titus Graven. Give you some body armor. Good to go. Let's get him.
We may be able to gain useful knowledge by scanning one of the infected. We should consider taking some scans from the infected. While I have committed Dr. McCoy's data on the parasites to memory, we may be able to learn something useful from a more in-depth medical
Good
analysis.
thinking, Ensign.
The creatures continue to be resistant to tricorder scans, sir. It may be fascinating. I'm detecting an unusually high level of tachyons nearby. Based on these readings, it is possible that a temporal event has occurred on the station within the last 4.2 hours.
Fascinating indeed. Let's keep going. Because I don't remember if I've seen this episode. I don't remember those things actually being a physical thing you could see on their backs. That's why I was going through here. I like to collect the stuff too, even though I don't really deal with it that much. Hello. To the regular setup.
The auxiliary control station is down the hall to our right. I'm reading a single human life form within the room. The biosigns match those of Commander Scott in the Starfleet
Just talk
medical
to us.
database.
Let's not keep him waiting. I just talked to him in the previous section. Oh, sorry.
Hi there. It's good to see a friendly face. There you are. I was beginning to get a bit concerned. Thought you might have been taken by those little beasties. I'll just lock the door so none of them can get in while we discuss our next course of action. Now that you're here, we've some work to do. The way I see it, we need to get to main engineering and turn on the station's ultraviolet lighting. That'll sort the nasty buggers out properly.
Is that so, Timette?
While I cannot attest to the ability of UV light to sort Denivan parasites, it will initiate a complete molecular breakdown within all parasites exposed to it.
Anson?
Aye, she's a Vulcan, all right. I was trying to override the lighting controls from here. It looks like someone sabotaged several duotronic relays. We have to repair them if we're going to have any chance of saving the station. Before we go, grab yourself a kit from the crate there. It might come in handy. We better get a move on. The parasites aren't ones to loiter about.
Ride you with us, Scotty. Lead the way. Tactical kit standard. What is this going to be?
Aye, this is one of the broken relays, right here.
Come on.
That one was easy. Just a few more to go. All right, there are several ways through the engineering section here. Keep in mind that the parasites tend to stay in dark corners. If you want to avoid them, do your best to stay in the lit areas.
Thank you for the reminder, Mr. Scott. It also automatically gives me that additional feature. Let's see. What kind of equipment? Oh, microgravity. get a move on, guys. Where are we going? Avoid the dark tunnel, or avoid the dark... jump us in that little corridor. Oh, lovely. We're gonna get ambushed going through here. Oh, hey, where'd you come from? Get it off, get it off, get it off! Get it off! Get it off of me! I don't think so. Thought I killed you. Okay, well, let's move on before I don't get attacked.
Remember, the parasites like the dark. We devils that they are.
Okay. This is where we're heading.
I'll have this fixed up straight away.
Okay. Gotta take him to the area so they can get repaired.
That takes care of that. No trouble at all. This one just needs new fuses.
Oh, I didn't know this one
There we are. Good as new.
Which one's got more light? I think this one's got... Nope, that's not got more light. That's where we're going. Yeah, we'll go this way.
Our odds of success are greatest if we remain in well-lit areas.
Well, there's only so many well-lit areas in there. Oh, we can't go in here? Alright, well, I guess we'll go this way then.
Now this may be a bit tricky. Just a wee bit longer. There we are now.
Oh, now we go back to engineering.
It looks like someone has overridden the command codes. You'd best get to the command center and see what you can do from there. I'll stay here, barricade the door, and keep trying to get those UV lights going.
Alright, Scotty, stay safe.
Look, who are those soldiers? They're definitely not Starfleet.
Parasites! They're dying! All of them!
Salvage what you can and send a squad to kill the Federation vermin!
We need to talk.
Now is not a good time, Hunter.
Actually, the name's Daniels. This may be a little difficult to absorb, but recent events may make it more plausible. I'm actually from the future. I can't tell you how far, just that it's a future worth protecting.
Oh, I know how.
That's why I'm here now. The aliens we're fighting are called the Nakul, and they're waging a temporal Cold War with us. They're trying to change the timeline here in order to disrupt the future. Understand that I follow a temporal version of the Prime Directive. There's only so much I can reveal to you. Trust that we're doing the right thing here. Time's a factor. We need to stop the Nakul from obtaining the neural parasites. The Nakul ship that brought these invaders is now fighting the USS Ptolemy. Someone must have sent a distress call. Unfortunately, Ptolemy is no match for the Nakul. Neither is your ship, at least not alone. We should eliminate the parasites on the ships you fought earlier. Those crews will help you once their minds are their own again. It's risky, but it's our best shot here.
Beam to the ship. Ptolemy is holding the Nakul off while we rescue the other ships, but they won't last long. K-13 is hailing us, Captain.
I'm transferring command codes to you now. Use them to remotely access the computer on those disabled ships and emit an ultraviolet flash inside.
Thanks, Scotty.
Please restore those ships and join the fight quickly.
I'm going as fast as my ship will carry me. Be patient, Captain.
That did it, Captain. Looks like everyone's coming around. The parasites are gone.
This is Captain Twardy of the USS Myrmidon. What happened? What's going on?
The crew was taken over by neural parasites. We've defeated them. Now we need your help fighting this alien ship.
Parasites? What? Okay, sorry. We're right behind you, Captain. Lead the way.
Acknowledged.
Oh, we're not doing any damage.
The Ptolemy has been destroyed. They have some kind of temporal shielding.
Temporal shielding? Never heard of it. But maybe a modulated ion burst to disrupt it. Fine work, Captain. You sent those devils back to wherever they came from. We do have a wee problem, however. The burst I sent, when combined with the power source, created a feedback pulse. The feedback is creating some kind of spatial anomaly, which is beginning to pull the station in. We need to evacuate, immediately.
Acknowledged.
Scott here. The portal's collapsing. We're in for a right bumpy ride. Everyone's aboard. Get us clear before that portal blows. There she goes. I don't think anyone's ever seen a station do that.
Captain, before K-13 was pulled into the vortex, I picked up a few distress signals from the inside the station. Damn, we missed them, people. They're gone.
Perhaps not. After all, it was a temporal vortex. They may well survive. In another time.
Let's hope so, Scotty. Let's hope so.
Well then, it's been quite a day, hasn't it? Neural parasites, time-traveling raiders. Why, things will seem almost normal once I'm back on the Enterprise. Speaking of, I'm sure the ships here can give me a lift back to her now that they're parasite-free. If Starfleet Command gives you any grief on this, remind them that lives are more valuable than equipment. And you saved a lot of lives today.
Thanks, Scotty. Give my regards to Captain Kirk and the crew.
I apologize for springing all of this on you at the last minute, and I'll explain more as soon as I can. For now, I can tell you that history is unfolding as it should, and that was not the end of K-13. You're building a fine tradition of making the right decisions in crisis situations. In the meantime, don't talk to anyone about the Nakul or their time travel. We can't risk any further corruption of the timeline.
Understood. We'll talk soon, Daniels. And I'm going to need more answers. System scans clear, Captain. Looks like everything's getting back to normal. We can leave the system on your orders. Oh, you better not. Don't need to do that right now. Oh, load screen. Ooh, wow. Yeah, it's a little hot. Hey, the station's still there. Alright, time to report.
Let me get this straight. K-13, an entire space station, just disappeared into some type of spatial anomaly? And I thought some of Kirk's after-action reports were a little out there. Starfleet Command won't be pleased with the loss of K-13. or the people that were still on board, but they'll be happy to hear about the lives you did save. Good work out there. Keep it up.
Yep, I will need it. Continue.
Stay safe out there.
Okay. Alright, folks, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm probably not going to do the next one tonight, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, because I will be doing more of this for a while. I know there's other people doing the same thing I'm doing, but I don't do it for that. I do it for fun. So next time we will do Return to Babel. Hopefully you enjoyed. Take cares. Until next time. Later.